ladies and gentlemen, is going on in here on today. Welcome everybody one more time. A little prime time action tonight. I don't know what's going on with my virtual background here, but y'all just gonna have to bear with me today. Look like I'm in Star Wars or something. But welcome everybody to. I'll try to fix it just a little bit. Welcome everybody to the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard live right now as we speak. Right here on, oh God, that's even worse. The Big Time Show Facebook and YouTube page, as well as the on my Twitter page as well, live now, and on my personal Facebook page and on Twitch. What's going on everybody? What's going on? I know my time is a little different. I had something I had to do tonight, earlier, so I'm here. Ooh, I'm looking so horrible. Let me straighten this out because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. That should be better. Okay, that's better. I am here and I'm ready to talk. Just a little cowboy talk. Hope that you come hang with me. Thanks for all those that are here now. I ask that you would share real quickly if you can. Share to some Cowboy fan groups or whatever. Listen, want to let you know before we get started, if you're watching my either Facebook page, you can contribute them for the podcast by simply using those stars that you see. Or if you're on my Big Time Show YouTube page, you can send the super chat. It is there for you if you want to help your boy out. It's not required, but just help out a little bit. But we just glad you took the time just to come hang with me on this Saturday evening. Hope your weekend is going well. Listen, I'm excited because I will see you guys a whole lot more coming up within the next couple months because I am out of school now. Some of you know I work at a school. I am the dean of discipline at my school, and of course school is out now officially as of this weekend, so I'm off this summer. I will not be working no summer camps or nothing like that, so I will be with you a whole lot more. I'll be probably coming in the morning times, and sometimes I could be coming twice a day, but I will be with you a whole lot more as we get ready to enter training camp for the Dallas Cowboys, of course, and let's see how that is going to go. So, what I want to talk about tonight, I'm quite sure you can tell by the title, is our running back room. And I want to go ahead and start this out by asking you guys a question. I haven't spoke to everybody, but I see Eastside here. Tavis is here. What's up, Tavis? The lead, what's up? Lee Harrison. And for those that are on, who are watching, but you haven't spoken, but appreciate all of you showing up on tonight. I want to start it off with a question, and I'll let you know what I'm thinking too. Eastside, I care less about you, Houston Texans. Please don't interrupt me. Thank you, sir. I care less about your Houston Texans, please. Who cares? How you guys, with the exception of Eastside Harold, how are you guys feeling as of right now about the running back room? Let me know. Do you feel great? Do you feel good? Are you shaky right now because this is what I'm feeling. As of right now, I have no questions about our defense. I have no. I'm more. Let's put it this way: I'm more confident in our defense than I am the offense. If I was just judging the two, not saying that the offense is way down the line or something like that. I'm more worried about. I'm not worried about the defense. If you've been following my show, you will notice that I've already kind of said that I expect that our defense this year should be top 5. I've already said that. I think that we should be top 5 defensively this year. And when you're talking about it, if we are that route, then you're gonna win a lot of football games with that. But offensively, I got some question marks. I got some real question marks. 2 in particular, even though I'm most solid, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm more messed up with. I have two rooms: the tight end room and the running back room. And I'm gonna tell you something. When you look at it, I'm not talking about skill wise. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking skill wise. I'm talking more in terms of. I'm talking more. Where is going on the screen? But anyway, I'm talking more in terms of the whole picture. I'm almost a little bit more confident. It's gonna sound crazy what I'm getting ready to say. Ooh-wee. I'm almost more confident in the tight end room than I am the running back room. And again, before y'all go crazy, I'm not talking from a skill perspective. I'm talking about a whole picture perspective. What I'm talking about is, yes, part of it is skill. And then I'm going, what is the room looking like? I'm looking at injuries. I'm looking at yeah. I heard about that, Tavis. We say Luke got a boot on already. I think that's more precautionary. I just don't think that. I believe he's ready. It's just precautionary right now. So I don't even count that. I don't, but I can understand why you said that. See, let me just go on since I'm talking about the running back room. Number one, who's ready? I heard Tony Pollard this week. I heard his interview, and he put out and said he'll be ready by week 1. We already know that he's not going to play any preseason. I mean, that's common sense. It's obvious. Coming off a broken ankle, you're not going to ruin him. You're not going to take a chance at least with him in preseason. So we know we won't get to see. Whenever we see Pollard, that'll be during the regular season, whether it's week 1 or whatever. We already know that. But is he ready? I mean, he just got hurt in, what was that, January? Is he going to be ready? I mean, and he's supposedly our number 1 running back. I hope he's ready, but I got question marks there. Then, who's our number 2? I mean, Who's our number two? Let's go back to the playoff game. When Tony Pollard got hurt, they then trusted Ezekiel Elliott. And Ezekiel Elliott was at this point, you knew nothing explosive was not gonna happen. You knew nothing huge was gonna happen. What's up, Steven? You knew nothing spectacular was not gonna happen. Actually, the real truth is that Ezekiel Elliott, as great as he is and much of a benefit he is, but here's the other truth. He slows down the Cowboy offense. He does. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't. Here's the main thing. They did not have enough trust to put in Malik Davis, who was more explosive, who can run between the tackles, who can get outside, of course, who can catch the football. And they didn't even let him play. They didn't even let him play at all in the playoff. It wasn't even, they strictly put it in the hands of Ezekiel Elliott for the playoff game. Now, if you want to base it strictly off experience, I get it. Then Ezekiel Elliott is the no question guy, if that's what you're basing off of. But the running game was pretty much obsolete once Pollard went down. So Ezekiel Elliott is not here. Tony Pollard, to me, maybe not to you, but to me, has a question mark beside his name. The trust level was not there. I appreciate everybody popping in. They did not trust Malik enough to even let him play in the playoff game. So the obvious question is, which is another question mark, how well do they trust Malik Davis? And I'm not saying he would be our number two. I'm just going down the list. Let me get the obvious out the way. I love Rico Dowd. I never understood why Rico never got a chance to play and was always regulated to the practice squad. Rico is a flat out runner. I mean, I get it because Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott were above him. I get it. I get it. I get it, but I don't get why. I love Rico. I like the way he runs. I do. I really do. I think he's a mixture of a power back and a somewhat of a speedy back. But if Rico can't get on the field over Malik Davis, I don't know if we can really count on him then, to be honest with you. So I don't even think he's really even an option. We got Ronald Jones. There's question marks about Ronald. We don't know. They say. I'm saying every running back that we're talking about, Ronald Jones is a question mark because everybody's saying, is he the guy from? See, he didn't even play with Kansas City last year. He was there, but he didn't even get in. I mean, come on, didn't even get in. Is he the guy from Tampa Bay from a couple years ago? Question marks. Every running back that we done talked about, that we got, at least on roster, is a question mark. The kid, forgive me for not knowing his name, the kid from North Dakota State, who everybody's, they say he can run the ball and be a fullback. That's question marks there because I don't know what he can be. I don't know what he is. He's a rookie. That's what I know. So that's on that. Then of course we got Deuce Vaughn, highly explosive, no question about that. Skill set to be, as short as he is, great heart. I look at him more of as a Swiss Army knife type kind of guy. But there's question marks on that. Like the question mark on him is how much are you really gonna get him involved into the offense? So this just me. It may not be you. I got question marks about the whole running back room. And then the $1 million question is, and the reason why I'm asking this, and forgive me, hey everybody, forgive me, I'm not saying this to say we need this guy. I just saw a report though, I think a couple of days ago, that said, well, Leonard Fournette is still out here. That he would be a perfect number 2. He's 28 years old. Leonard Fournette is a proven running back in this league. They say that, they mentioned, of course, the Dallas Cowboys and the fact that he's out there. I got question marks. I know who's going to start, but I got question marks at running back 1 on down. We don't know how well Tony Pollard is. We don't know. We just don't know. And this is the guy that we're going to get as much as we can out of him because, of course, he's probably going to be on the franchise tag. This is possibly be his last year with us since he's on the franchise tag. We got to find. He's gonna be the guy, but where is he with that ankle? I hope we. Personally, I hope we are. I just got a lot of questions, and the most questions, excuse me, the most questions that I feel that are almost on this team collectively as a group. I'm not talking about field goal kicker. That's just one guy. But as a group, position group, I don't, other than maybe the tight end position. I know everybody talking old line, but we got starters there. We pretty much set almost now. With our starting 5, the only question is Terrence Steele going to be ready? If Terrence Steele not ready, the offensive line is pretty much already somewhat set, barring injury, other than left guard. Other than left guard, we already know who's going to be in. Zach Martin at right guard, Tyron Smith at right tackle, Tyler Smith at left tackle, Tyler Biadasz at center, and the only question is at left guard. So that's almost as solid as it could be. But the running back position, that's a lot of questions. That's a lot of questions for me. I don't think that we're solid, and I don't think adding, there was a lot of attraction about Fournette maybe. And then everybody's excited, as Cowboy fans usually get, because they started playing fantasy football with the salary cap, because you saw $10 more million coming to the salary cap, and you're thinking, okay, let's go spend it. Let's spend it on this and all that. Well, Cowboys need money for operating. The Cowboys need money for possible injury and free agents that they may sign because of an injury that we know is going to happen. So they ain't just about to go spend $10 million immediately. And this wild, I guess, this feel-good story that everybody wants Ezekiel Elliott back and thinking that's why they going to get the money signed. You don't know that. We don't know that. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying, it's just like right there. something is wrong. I'm sorry with um, my calling line, so forgive that. If you do the super chat, I'll interrupt um, whatever you put down, and I'll speak on it. But I see Steven. Steven says, give Zeke 6 of the 10 they got from him. Let's go. See, it's just that, yeah. See, when it comes to Zeke, it's almost kind of like the same situation with Dez Bryant. It's just a feel good story. We want Zeke back. Somebody wants Zeke. Somebody say let him walk. It's usually split down the middle. But Cowboy fans automatically think that we are supposed to spend that $10 million or less on Ezekiel Elliott. I'm not saying yeah or now. I'm just saying even if you bring Zeke back, still questions. Like for instance, let's just say for instance, Zeke is back. All right. Let's just play. And some of y'all that's saying y'all want Zeke back are the same ones that say Zeke ain't worth a dime no more. Let's get that right. Okay. Let's just say Zeke is back. Let's say Pollard is there. Well, Pollard is the number one guy now. They made that decision before. They really kind of made that decision before Zeke got hurt. Before Pollard got hurt. You can tell the way the offense was shifting toward Pollard. Pollard is a Pro Bowl running back. I mean, that you could tell the way that it was going. And when they had already made a decision, they cut Zeke. They already made a decision who the number one guy was. You bring Zeke back, Zeke is obviously going to be a number 2. But let's just play the scenario. So the same people that's saying Zeke, bring him back. His production was great. He had 12 touchdowns inside the 5-yard line, at the goal line, and he was hurt. He still put up almost 1,000 yards, had over 800 yards, whatever. You comfortable if Pollard is hurt and Zeke is your lead running back? Isn't that kind of like what y'all were complaining about for the last 3 years? That it was time for Pollard to take over? I'm just saying, like, and I said it about Zeke, God bless him, and Zeke was incredibly productive last year. He was. Zeke was productive. There's a place for that, for him. I mean, he was highly productive. Great goal line, back inside the 5-yard line. He can move the pile. He can. Short yardage running back. There's a place for him. But I remember a whole lot of some of them in this chat right here. I remember a whole lot of saying, hey, he ain't all that no more. He ain't doing that. Now we want him back. Hey, Terry, I see a super chat here. Let me see what he's saying. Terry said, I don't trust Dak. None will acknowledge he is not good after week 9. He needs competition for real. That's not going to happen, Terry. Appreciate your super chat. That is not going to happen. That they would not bring in, they never bring in a threat at running back for their money-making quarterbacks that they had. They never brought in anybody for Romo, and Dak was just something that happened. Like, they didn't expect him to come in and win 12 straight ball games and all that, put all that drama there like he did. It just happened to be that way. They didn't expect Dak to be NFL Rookie of the Year and all that kind of stuff. They didn't expect all that. It just happened. But they're not going to bring in nobody to challenge that. If anything, what you're getting ready to see before long is the extension for that. That's the only thing that's about to happen with that. You've got to see an extension for him, and it's that mean we just might well bite the bullet on that. Dak is our quarterback probably for the next 5-6 years, and it's just that simple. Um, Jeffrey Murray, you drunk the Kool-Aid. I see your comment. I don't know if you did the stars or not, but you said that Cooper Rush can compete if given a chance. You drunk that Kool-Aid. Everybody keep forgetting. Yes, we won games, but they was more defensive orientated. And it wasn't like Cooper Rush was burning it up. I think he was only throwing right at no more between 16 to 20 times a game, if that many, or 100 and some odd yards. And we were at the bottom of offensive production and stat wise with Cooper there. We were winning, but it wasn't because of Cooper. He made plays. He did make plays. I see you, Jeffrey. He did make plays. He did. We're not gonna kill him because we only lost, I think, one game with him there. He did make plays, but it wasn't because of Cooper Rush. He made some timely plays, but you cannot dismiss the fact that when Dak came back to the lineup, the offense went right back up to a top 3 level. That's what the stats said. I know he threw in a couple of interceptions. We all know that. But you can't deny, you can't dismiss what Cooper Rush did offensively, stat-wise, and the offensive production while Cooper was in comparison to what Dak did once he got back in. You can't deny that. It's like night and day. It is. So, it is what it is. Shane says, I disagree with Dak giving him an extension. All depends on the season and production and how he plays. Well, this is a conversation that has been in existence with Scott. I see you. This is this is a conversation that's been in play for a pretty good while, and I don't know what else to tell y'all guys, but Dak Prescott is going to be the quarterback for the next what? Come on, y'all. Y'all know. You know what I mean. They're not going to do that. They're not. The way that you guys see Dak Prescott, it is a total opposite look from the Cowboy front office perspective. They really look at him as if he's an MVP. A lot of that is of course, as we like to say all the time, a lot of that is they look at his outside work, outside the field, and they really do value that. I mean, we're talking about the NFL Man of the Year. That they look at that as if that's sometime on the field, because the first thing that you hear him say is, "What a leader he is! What a leader!" Guys run to him. Guys look to him for leadership. And I've always said this, and I'm not knocking Dak at all. But see, being a great leader does not help you on 3rd and 8. See, that's where your own field attributes got to come up, and it does for him. The stats prove it. It's just the untiming of it that we've seen some things that that you can question, but make no mistake about it. And don't let this last year erase all the years that the man have done it. Y'all getting 1 year and talking about interception prone. Y'all from us forgot what he did before that. Yeah, I know what he did last year. And we broke down all those interceptions. A lot of them was not his. Y'all know that. But this guy, 30 plus touchdowns every year, 4,000 yards every year. Didn't have the defense that he has now. Offense was always number one in the league. I mean, come on, y'all. The quarterback ain't the problem. No. Let's not go into this year trying to get it. A lot of y'all that don't like that or whatever, and I know my brother Terry is here. Well, give me a stat line. I'm just interested. I ain't talking about those who like that. I'm talking about for all of you, because he ain't going nowhere. I mean, he just not. Give me a stat line that will make you satisfied. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about give me completions percentage, because he gonna do that this year. He probably, I've already said, he gonna be top 3 in completion percentage. Give me yards, what will make you satisfied. Give me touchdowns, and then give me interceptions. Again, give me the stat for those that don't like that. Give me, or everybody. And I started off. This is what I'm thinking Dak is going to do. I'm going to put it in here right now, and I'm going to let y'all see. Y'all saying, I see you, Steven. Steven said, get the ring. Well, it's hard. And the Cowboys have this persona that if they don't get the Super Bowl, the season is not whatever. Nobody else really have that. Nobody else have that pressure like that. Completion percentage. I'm putting it in now what I think he ought to have. This is what I think he's going to end up having. Y'all just bear with me. I think this is going to happen as far as touchdowns. And I'm going to give it, because y'all thinking the man's supposed to go the whole year without an interception. So y'all ain't reasonable. That's my stat line for him. I think it's going to be higher in completion percentage. I just put that up there. Matter of fact, forget that. He's going to complete over 70% of his passes. I think he's going to get 4,200 yards passing, because I really don't think they're going to run the ball like they say they are. I think he's going to get 34 touchdowns, somewhere in that area there. And I think he's going to have probably about 7 interceptions. That's what I think. That right there will win you a whole bunch of ball games. But that's usually what he does. See what I'm saying? That right there is usually what he does. You top that off for what I believe will be a top 5 defense. Guess what's going to happen if he just do this stat line with a top 5 defense? Guess what's going to end up happening? Y'all know. I mean, y'all also got to remember, we done won 12 games the last 2 years. 24 wins the last 2 years. Only team that's got more is Kansas City. Let's not act like Dak Prescott is leading his team down the drain and all that kind of stuff. He's 12-4 last 2 years. Cooper Rush had a little bit to do with that as well. Last year, when he hurt his thumb. Let's not. That's what I think. I'm looking for y'all who thinking, what are y'all gonna be satisfied with that? I got mine up there. I just want to say completion percentage first. 4,200 yards, 34 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. This is a very interesting comment here by Stephen White. He said, we are in our own window. I like that. I'm going to tell you why I like that. Because the truth of the matter is, the question is it closing? And we're infusing this team with more and more youth more ball players, it looked like. Um, but our true veterans that are still who we lean on, put it that way. And I'm talking about a guy like Zach Martin, who's getting up there slowly but surely. The window is just about. Let me put it this way: the window is closing more than it's opening, and so we have to. We are definitely in a win now mode. We ain't got time to rebuild. We ain't got time to develop. We ain't got time. No, you gotta go ahead and do this thing. All right. All right. So that leads to what I talked about the other day, the DeAndre Hopkins dilemma. I don't even think it's a dilemma with the Dallas Cowboys. Mike McCarthy put out there just what I was saying. Y'all heard that, right? He says, "No, well, he's a good player. He's a great player. I remember in his first Pro Bowl, and he's a great talent and all that kind of stuff. But I like the way our wide receiver room looks. I like that. I like the way we like our guys. Y'all can forget that. DeAndre Hopkins is not coming here. That's still a whole lot of talk with that, and I don't get it, y'all. I keep trying to tell y'all, just because y'all hear a name called up don't necessarily mean the Dallas Cowboys got to get him. Just stop it. He's not coming. And a lot of y'all say, well, we need to go all in. We need to go all in like that. But I thought we wanted to be a running football team. See, when you add a D Hop to this team, you ain't talking about running the ball. You got D Hop and CD Lamb and Brandon Cooks and Michael Gallup and Jalen Tolbert and Devontae Turbin and Simi. I mean, come on, y'all. It wouldn't even make sense to be talking about running the ball when your weaponry is obviously your wide receiver room. No, you don't want D Hop. No, you don't. No, you don't. If you really talking about what you think you're gonna get D Hop for? So he can go block. Come on now. It's not gonna happen. So let's kill that. I don't even want to spend a lot of time on that because it would change your identity. You're not bringing those type of receivers in so you can be a quote unquote running football team. No, you'd be stupid if you did. I would tell Coach McCarthy, hey man, no man, we gotta change this thing up. We gotta run it. We gotta pass this ball. It's mismatches everywhere with D Hop on this thing. Oh my God, we got to pass the ball. If that's the way we were thinking, then I would say, okay, well, it makes sense to go get them. But they've already said we running the ball. We gonna run. We gonna run. We gonna run the ball. You ain't gonna get a D Hop. No. So, I'm to go back to what we started off talking about was, I'm not. That's exactly, JD. You coming in, hey JD. That's exactly what I said early in the show. That's why we got the extra 10. We're gonna use that for our advantage. With that right there, I said the same exact thing earlier. But I am concerned. Maybe not you, but I am concerned about the running back room. I got too many question marks everywhere. I don't care where you turn. There's a question mark by every name, from running back 1, Tony Pollard, all the way down to our last running back on the roster. It's just too many question marks for everybody. Even Deuce Vaughn, who's nothing wrong with him. It's just the question mark with him, as I said earlier, is okay, we all see the explosiveness. We all see the playmaking ability. how much really is Mike McCarthy gonna use him? It took us 3 years. 3 years to finally figure out Tony Pollard. Kellen Moore had Tony Pollard all that time and didn't use him correctly, and he finally figured it out. And once he figured it out, the man is a Pro Bowl running back. It shouldn't take that long. It shouldn't take that long. I hope Coach McCarthy figures it out. But yeah, I mean, how much is he gonna get the ball? We know how explosive he is. We know what a mismatch he can be. We know how strong he is. He can run between the tackles. We all know if he gets open field, he's just about gonna hit his head on the goalpost. We know this. But since you know it and you know what he can do, what is he going to? I mean, how he's going to implement them? JD, you see this? I see question marks everywhere. I look at JD because I've already kind of went over this, but you said running back room is fine. Pollard will start. I agree he's going to start, but when? I know you said he's going to be ready week 1, but I don't know that. Question mark. And if he is ready, how strong is the ankle? Another question mark. Is he himself? You don't know. Question mark. Dudes will be implemented. Just went over there. How much? If he's not our number 2, if he's our number 3 running back, then how much will he be implemented? Question mark. Hunter, I believe, will be in the mix. How much? They say he's a fullback, kind of a hybrid running back. Okay. I don't know. Last spot will be between Ronald Jones and Malik Davis. To be honest with you, they should trust Ronald Jones and Malik Davis, especially Malik Davis, before they really, get with Hunter, to be honest with you. See, everybody you got down there, JD, is a question mark. Everybody. Too many questions. That's why I say is if you got that many questions on that many people, you're not as solid as you think. If Pollard is Pollard, then I take all that back. But we don't know. He just got hurt in January. We ain't gonna find out until week 1. I mean, to whenever he plays, because he's not gonna play no preseason. So we don't know. We just don't know. We just don't know. Terry says this: Cowboys brass have decided to take the ball out of Dak's hand and run the ball. Mike McCarthy know Dak is stealing money. Yeah, but Terry, that's what they said, but so I mean, what are we gonna be? Three, possibly 4-headed monster at the running back position for 17 weeks? If that's what they're dedicated to, then I get it. Coach Marv, I see Coach Marv says Dak stats 2021, 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 6-8 completion. That was 2021. That's kind of what Dak, where he is. The only thing that's missing is the yards, which I believe he was over 4,000 yards, obviously, which used to be the golden standard, somewhere between 4,000 and 4,400, 4,500 miles. You got guys throwing for 5 now. So, I mean, it is what it is. But trust me, if this is usually where Dak is, 30 plus touchdowns, right at 9, 7 to 10 interceptions a year, 6-8 percent completion. That's kind of what Dak usually was. I expect that to go up just because of the offense that we're running now. The West Coast offense, short complete passes, short precision passes, running backs involved, short, quick passes, looking for run after the catch. I'm telling you, I'm thinking Dak gonna be over 7% this year. I'm feeling that. If he does this right here with a top 5 defense, we gonna be double digit wins again, and let's roll the dice in the playoffs. It's just that simple. This defense is only gonna get stronger. I just feel like that another year. I really feel like that this defense is gonna be a top 5, possibly top 3 defense in this league this year, and because of that, you're gonna roll out. All right, I really feel like that. Coach Marv said was 44. Yeah, 4,402 yards. See what I'm saying? That's. I mean, come on, man. That's what Cooper there. This offense, this weaponry that we have with wide receivers this year. You know, if Gallup is just regular Gallup, this is where Dak probably gonna be at, somewhere in there. Which is why I've always said I still got the question about this quote unquote commitment to the run. If Gallup is Gallup, all right, Cooks is Cooks, and CD is CD, I don't know about all this running. I believe it when I see it. That's what I'm gonna say. Because they're gonna be a mismatch. Chair says, I get it. And, you know, stats don't mean nothing. I get it. I understand. JD says the O-line is the question. Again, team is stout everywhere else. In my opinion, keeping the core together, O-line will be key on one of the most underrated parts of them is chemistry. Chemistry on the O-line is huge. Of course, JD, I tagged that as well. Said about that earlier, but they're more stable than the running back room. I don't have too many questions on the O-line. Again, I'll say the only question that I have is 2. Where is Terrence Steele, injury-wise? If Terrence Steele is not ready, then your old line is probably Tyron Smith at right tackle. That's what he's been working at his OTAs so far. Zach Martin at right guard, Tyler Biotis at center, Tyler Smith at left tackle. The only question really is left guard. That's more stable than the running back room. I know 4 of my 5 starters are already locked in. The only question I got is left guard. Who's our left guard? Man, if y'all asking me, if y'all wondering, I already think I know who it should be. Based off Terrence Steele not being there, it ought to be fair or not. That's just me. Fair or not. I think that should be the left guard, and let's go play football. That's more stable than the running back. I got question marks after every running back name. I don't know who our number 2 is. I don't know how they're going to implement Deuce Vaughn in. I don't know where Ronald Jones is going to fit. I don't know if they don't trust Malik Davis or not. They obviously didn't in the playoff game. I don't know where they are with trust with that. I know Rico Dial is there. Rico always is hurt. So I'm already regulating him to the practice squad already, because that's where he usually ends up in the first place. I don't know about this kid from North Dakota State. He's a rookie. I don't know nothing. I don't know. I got question marks everywhere with the running back. Everywhere. I don't know how healthy Tony Pollard really is. I hear what he's saying. But, you know, they always going to talk a real good game, off season saying, I'm ready to go. Truth of the matter is you're not. So I'm saying I don't know about Pollard. I hope he is. That would answer a lot of questions for him. But even if Tony Pollard is 100% ready to go, it's still too many question marks after that in the running back room. Who is our number 2? Who is it? And I'm just saying, as of now, as of right now, that is the biggest room other than field goal kicker. You know, I gave somebody, I think Shane said that a little bit earlier. Other than field goal, because we don't know, you know, we don't know. Other than that, uh, the tight end room, I'm just going offensive. The tight end room and the running backs are the two question marks. Defensively, you know, I'm not really want to talk about defense right now. Linebackers. Linebackers. Even though we got the people there. The question is the real question is who's starting. That's what I'm that's the only thing that's really my only question. Who's starting? For our linebackers. Our starting linebackers. I already know two of them. Who's the weak side linebacker? It's just really one spot. Who's our weak side linebacker? I know Parsons, I know LVE. Those are our starters. Those are our starters. But that's it. I only got just a couple questions. And it's not that we are way down in the dumps and all that kind of stuff. I'm not even talking about that. I don't think we're there on that part. We're not dead or anything. It's just that for the way they're talking and the way that they're talking about running this offense, you got to have some certainties. And by now, well, no, I ain't gonna say that. Somewhere between, and of course, all this is gonna play out, and we will know. Somewhere about maybe about the second preseason game, a lot of these questions or a lot of these things that I'm saying are already gonna be answered by then. When the grass gets touched, in other words, when the guys get out there and start competing, these questions will be answered. But as of right now, there's a lot of questions in the running back room, from my perspective. And we'll see exactly what's going on. Well, I put that down there. He said Tyron Smith is, yeah, of course he's injury prone. We've done dealt with that for years. But when you say the other tackles, you know, they're gonna get the work in, but are they ready to play? Well, let's go. The kid that we just drafted from North Carolina, we know he's not ready. I mean, these are the guys we're gonna have. Ball, of course. We already know about Ball. Question is, did he make a jump? So they already got the depth, you know, but can they play? That's the question. Can they play? You know that won't get destroyed back there. Somebody, the 2 Cent Podcast, who's on here on Podbean, says Dak ain't it. He's Quincy Carter 2.0. He's a little bit better than Quincy was. But I get what you're saying. See, Dak is unfortunate. Dak is almost, in football wise, he's almost like LeBron almost. In order for to shut everybody up, Dak just about had to win the Super Bowl. If Dak went to the NFC Championship game and didn't win it, you know you're gonna get killed for not winning. But if he won the NFC Championship game, got to the Super Bowl and lost, then folks will be saying, "Oh well, he wasn't ready for the big stage." I mean, he really does. Most other quarterbacks don't have this problem. Patrick Mahomes has to win the Super Bowl. See what I'm saying? Uh, that type of guy. Burrow does not have to win the Super Bowl because most guys have already anointed him and saying that he's a top 5 quarterback already. He doesn't get the same pressure that Dak has. Maybe it's because of the star here on his helmet. As much as folks like to, they've anointed Justin Herbert, a guy who ain't won nothing, and saying he's a top 5 quarter. He's this and that. Ain't won nothing. Ain't bad. Has even made the playoffs. Good Lord. I mean, come on now. But folks from University say he's a top 5 quarterback. He's just, what a quarterback he is. I mean, come on now. I mean, guys who ain't done anything. Dak Prescott got to win every week. Dak Prescott got to win the Super Bowl in order for folks to say, okay, he's pretty good. Seriously. You go down the list. I mean, good Lord, Trevor Lawrence. I mean, look, forget that. Forget Trevor Lawrence. We just had one good year. One good year. One good year out of Jalen Hurts. One good year. Just one. And folks have already said he's the best quarterback in the NFC. He's the, folks acting like he was the MVP last year. He wasn't. And he just one good year. One. But folks have already anointed him saying, hey, he's this, he's that. He's that. I mean, and Dak have to go through. Matter of fact, you put your list up, folks get one good year. Justin Herbert hadn't won anything. Nothing. Sure, he can throw the ball 70 yards in there. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, good. All right. Whoa, what arm? He got arm. Yes. Okay, yeah. What did he want? He had a defense. Bosa, even though Bosa stayed hurt. Khalil Mack. Derwin James. Got the great corner. Linebacker. Got his name off the top of my head right now. Got all these guys. Got Austin Eckler as his running back. Got Keenan Allen as his wide receiver. Got Hunter as his tight end. And you can't get to the playoff. But he's anointed as such a great quarterback. Trevor Lawrence ain't done nothing since he left Clemson. Got his team won his division with a subpar record. What was it? 7-9? 7-9. And some folks say Trevor Lawrence is better than Dak. What? And the sad part is mostly Cowboy fans are doing all this. If you rank the NFC quarterback, some folks got Dak all the way down to 6 or 7. I'm like, everybody got opinions, so I ain't gonna judge your opinion. I'm not. Some of this stuff is ridiculous. Dak actually have to win the Super Bowl, and then only will folks say, and knowing how folks are, because nobody want to give Dak the credit, they'll say, well, that defense we had, anybody could have played quarterback and won. It'd just be that defense we got. That's what carried them. It wasn't what Dak did. It was just the defense was so strong. And Dak just, all he had to do was just manage the game properly. And the defense would carry us through. You ain't giving credit, do you? I don't know it's true. But guys, folk got Jared Goff better than that. Kirk Cousins. I mean, good Lord. Kirk Cousins is better than Dak. I mean, y'all, you know. I'm just saying. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Give the whole word. Josh Allen. Oh, oh my God, what talent. Oh, he can run the ball. He can throw it 80 yards over his knees. Oh, what a. But y'all ain't saying nothing about Josh Allen throwing all these interceptions, though. See, where's the scrutiny for that? I mean, I'm just saying, Josh, and most people will say Josh Allen is a top 10, no, top 5 quarterback. That's what most folks will say. That's what y'all would say. I'm just gonna look it up. I'm just out of my curiosity. I'm just gonna go with last year with Josh Allen. Look, and see y'all. You know, most of y'all will have Josh Allen as a top 5 quarterback. And I'm gonna share this with y'all because y'all gonna think I'm lying. I'm gonna share this and then I'll close up for the night. I'm about to share this. I hope y'all can see that. This is Josh Allen stats. Let me move comment there. I hope y'all can see that. But if you can't see it, let me know if you can see it good enough. This is Josh Allen's stats just from last year. He played 16 games, completed 63% of his completion percentage, 4,283 yards. His average was only 7.6. He had 35 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. Quick question. The year before that, he had 36 touchdowns and 15 interceptions. Can I ask y'all this question? Where's all this criticism for interceptions like Dak got? Because Dak had 14 interceptions last year. But all you heard about ESPN, Fox, everybody want to highlight Dak interception. Where was all this for Josh Allen? Same amount of interceptions. Had 15 last year. The guy's a turnover machine. We all know that. Where's all this? How is he a top 5 quarterback? I mean, because he's 6'4" and can throw the ball. He's a highlight reel. I give him that. He's a highlight reel. I understand. I get it. I get it. I'm trying to figure out where's the same energy. Where's the same? And I say, well, we just Cowboy fans. We just know about our quarterback. But I don't hear the same narrative. I don't hear the same narrative. I don't hear the same energy. I don't hear the same venom. I don't hear it. And everybody's quick to say he's top 5. And he ain't won nothing. He's just now, look, only because Brady left the Patriots. That's the only reason why. He's just now starting to win division championships. Only because Tom Brady left the New England Patriots. Because everybody know the AFC East belonged to the New England Patriots as long as Tom Brady was there. It wasn't even, man, come on now. He's just now winning a couple of division championships. And then folks want to give him credit because he played such great games against the Chiefs in which the Buffalo Bills lost. But the way they talk about Josh Allen after them games, like he won. And I'm like, he lost. He lost. He didn't make enough plays. Well, we blame the defense for that. You don't blame the defense for that. You punish it all on that. But you'll blame the Buffalo defense for not holding it up. They couldn't stop Mahomes. It wasn't Josh Allen's fault. He put up 34 points. Excuse me, Dak Prescott consistently put up 30 points. I'm just saying, y'all. Y'all. I don't know. Y'all. It ain't the same energy. It's not the same energy. And the stats are proving it. We got guys who having one good year. You know how many quarterbacks have had one good year? And just come on now. Come on now. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It's not the same energy. Dak Prescott literally has to win. There's nothing. He can't go no lower than that. He has to win the Super Bowl in order for everybody to be quiet. If he don't do that, we're gonna be talking about him every year, same way. Just saying. All right. Appreciate you guys for hanging with me. If you did do the stars on Facebook, because I'm on a platform that combines all my channels. It's like right now, I think I'm on 5 different channels at the same time. I'm sorry if I didn't recognize that. I'm gonna go to it now just to see if there's some there. It's not on my personal page. Let's see if it's on the Big Time Show. I just want to recognize you if you did. It's not a requirement if you did not. This will be my time to do it. I can see the super chat on YouTube though, because it shows up here. No one did that. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, Eastside, I agree with you on that. But we didn't throw 17 interceptions. But okay. Eastside said we definitely not win the Super Bowl throwing 17 interceptions. I would agree with you 100%. I think that's just one year, as we all know. Studied the film. All those interceptions weren't on Dak in the first place. But at the end of the day, it goes down. It's his interceptions. It is there. So I agree with you on that east side, without a doubt. JD said, you gotta understand, big time, the Cowboys quarterbacks have been hated on since Danny White. It's just a narrative. Well, the narrative is so strong thanks to people like Stephen A, because that's the only way they will shut up. Is unless the cow that it's Stephen A's who for the last 10 to 12 years who has put the venom out there. They're saying the Cowboys have to win. That's what they're saying. Everybody else gets away with it. The Cowboys have to win the Super Bowl in order to shut them up. And that's a tall task. Nobody has that kind of pressure other than the Dallas Cowboys. Nobody. And if the Cowboys do not win it, then it keeps their narratives going at ESPN, Fox, all that kind of stuff. The Cowboys losing actually helps Skip Bayless out, because it gets him to keep going these adversaries. It wouldn't be fun. The Cowboys win. He gets to run. He gets to shut Stephen A. Smith up at the time when he was on First Take. Shut him up all year, and of course Shannon Sharp, who's leaving undisputed, it would shut him up the whole year. But if you keep it going, that keeps the fire burning for the shows. The Cowboys are just big business. I mean, the number one TV shows during the 10 o'clock hour have been based primarily off two names: the Dallas Cowboys and LeBron James. That skips. That skips. I almost feel sorry for him when LeBron James retires. I mean, he ain't gonna have nothing to talk about. The Cowboys will always be here, so he'll forever talk about them. Stephen A. Smith, whose whole career was based off of him finally getting national exposure, being with Skip Bayless and going back and forth about the Dallas Cowboys. That's what cultivated or elevated his career. It wasn't talk about the NBA. He's been doing that for years. Well, Shannon Sharp, JD, was already a star. He didn't need LeBron. He was already a star. You can't discount his CBS days and his Showtime days, if I'm not mistaken. And he has his own podcast where he talk about everything. Shannon is already a star. He don't need LeBron. It just enhanced it because he was the one that's going against Skip Bayless, who can't stand LeBron James. It only just elevates him. The Cowboys as well. Anybody you're a hater of the Cowboys, you got a chance to make some money. So these guys have made buku money on what needs to be done as far as as far as they're standing up for it. Terry Sterling says Cowboys record this year. I can't say that because I don't know who lining up with Terry. I know. Let me get to week one first. Let me see if we done. How much have we escaped the injury bug? See, as much as y'all hate Dak Prescott, please understand that if Dak Prescott get hurt, if you said we were winning 12 games, Dak Prescott is not there, your win total is going down. You ain't, matter of fact, most of you gonna say, well, the season over with. But y'all can't stand that. You ain't banking on Cooper Rush to win 12, 13 games. You ain't thinking about that. You know that. So, much as y'all hate Dak, y'all know the importance of him. Y'all know the importance of him. If Tony Pollard is not there, what is your win total? Excuse me. If Michael Parsons is not there, what is your win total? See what I'm saying? So let me line up at week one first, and then I can tell you. And then I'm going game by game. I really can't because I can't. Offensive line. If Tyron Smith gets hurt, who's our right tackle? If Zach Martin gets hurt, how well would his line be? You just can't. It's hard to predict right now. I just think it's going to be good. Shane said, other than the Cowboys, what would be a dark horse team that would rise up this year? I think it would be the Jags. That is a great pick, Shane, because what everybody has forgotten is that Calvin Ridley is coming back. And just in case y'all forgot, Calvin Ridley, the wide receiver who was suspended for a whole year, came out of Alabama, who was lighting it up before he got suspended the previous year. He's back. That's only going to make Trevor Lawrence better. That's a 1,000-yard receiver. So I agree with you on that, Shane. The Jags, I think they're going to come up a little bit. They're going to be very good. I think they're going to be pretty good. All right, I'm done. Appreciate y'all. Be on the lookout. Listen, turn on those live notification buttons on the reminders or whatever. Turn it on, whatever it is that whatever you're watching me from that says the Big Time Show is live or Douglas Brooks is live. Go ahead and turn that on if you haven't, because I'm going to be coming a lot for the summer. I've never tried a morning show because I was always working. I'm going to try a morning show, on some days just to see what would happen. If you're working, look, you can always watch the replay. Won't be no issue at all. Appreciate you. All right. Thank y'all for hanging with me on today. For those that will be watching this a little bit later on, those of you that will be watching this by listening to this by Spotify or Pandora or iHeartRadio, however which way you're listening to this podcast, Google Podcast, I appreciate you listening to this replay. If you want to comment, you can. I will get the notification. And for those that are watching this video, whatever day you're watching this on, listen. Put the video down, put your comment down. I will see it, and I will answer you as well. Appreciate those that are participating in the super chats. Appreciate all of you. I'll see you guys probably, to be honest with you. I know I'm scheduled to come on Monday at 7 p.m. This coming up Monday. I might do that, but I just might come on Monday morning at some point. All right. Be on the lookout for that. I appreciate everybody that hung out with me on today. All right. I'm out of here. This has been the one and the only, the Big Time Show.